Hello, welcome back to GP Nail Art. So on my left hand, I have my letter C is for Halloween cats. So that I'll put up in the cards for you. Today I am going to be using Revel Nails Illuminate, which is a glow-in-the-dark powder, and then from Rossi Jelly, which is also a glow-in-the-dark powder. So we're going to have a full glow-in-the-dark mani this time. So I'm just kind of pointing out the fingers that I'm going to do the Illuminate on, so that's that white color. I'm going to only show one layer. I'm going to speed that up quite a bit as well. Still using my Virgo and Gem liquids. But I didn't show all of the dip powder application because I'm going to be doing, if you saw the thumbnail, I have a lot of nail art going on. So some stamping, a little bit of reverse stamping, a little bit of freehand and gem placement. So a lot going on in this one. I didn't want to take up all of your time just showing the dip powder application. However, if you want to see a new video, I do have one from probably last year where I kind of go into the dip powder application a little bit more, but I've also learned a lot since then as well. So if you want to see something where I kind of talk about just applying dip powder, let me know in the comments and I can certainly do that for you as well. So just let me know. Also, as far as the A to Z challenges are concerned, I'm going to have the suggestion video for the letter D out soon, so be on the lookout for that. So that will be coming, and I love all of your suggestions, so keep them coming. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the dip powder application, and then we'll get into the nail art. Okay, and I'm just capping everything in clear, so that's going to help protect everything when you go to do all of your filing and shaping. Make sure you're not removing any of that color that you just applied. I did do 3 layers of each of the colors on all of my nails, and then capping in the clear. So I'm only showing this one finger, but I am capping all of my nails in the clear as well. And then I always like to take a stiffer scrubby brush to really, clean up any powder residue. And if you seem to get any like white flakes in your, that you notice after doing your capping in clear, that's usually from the clear dip powder. If you kind of use the scrubby brush before you activate anything, that can kind of help clear up some of that as well. So just a little tip there. And then I'm still using my glass cuticle pusher, the pointy end, to kind of really clean up the like any of the powder residue or anything, because I tend to be a little bit less or more, I don't want to say sloppy, but I guess like my application on my dominant hand, when I'm applying it to my dominant hand, still isn't quite as good as if I were doing it on my other hand. So sometimes I still get a little bit of liquid or powder on my, or too close to my cuticle, so the glass cuticle pusher really kind of helps with that. So moving on to activation. Now, I did the white nails. I could have sworn that I did the pink nails too, but I don't know what happened there. I don't know if for some reason, like I did them off camera, or if I forgot to do them. I'm not sure what happened right there, but I didn't do the pink nails, so like I said, I'm not sure. Now typically if you don't activate, when you go to do your filing, especially with an e-file, that'll start to kind of crumble off because it hasn't been hardened and set by that activator. I didn't have any problems, so that's why I'm thinking maybe I did do the activator. I didn't have any problems after I completed the mani at all, so I'm not sure if I remember to do those nails or not. But they didn't pose any kind of a problem. They didn't chip or crack or anything like that, so I don't know. But since I'm doing some nail stamping, I am going in with my gel base coat. Another thing too, if you want to see a video where I'm just using like the stamping products, so like the Maniology sticky base and top coat and things like that, I can do that as well because I do have those. So I'm going to get started with my stamping. I do have a code with Maniology as well that will give you 10% off. It is an affiliate code. It is linked in the description box below, but I'll put that up on the screen for you as well. So if you want to use that, I greatly appreciate it. So I kind of was to myself kind of calling this my body parts mani. It's kind of like all my all the Halloween. You remember like back in the day, if you would go to a Halloween party, like back in school with one of your friends, and they would have like a bowl of Jello, and that was supposed to be, I don't know, something gross, or a bowl of like cold spaghetti, and that was supposed to be like brains, or just weird things like that. So I was kind of thinking about that. So I'm gonna have there's my brains. I think if I maybe did a different color, it would have showed up a little bit more, but I wasn't too disappointed with it. But I'm also gonna do skeletons and eyeballs. So we have all sorts of Halloween body parts in this one. So and they glow in the dark, so I can't get better than that. And I didn't show this one, the stamping polish, but it's just the black stamping polish. So I'm just kind of doing an outline. There was a smaller kind of little eyeball on this plate, so I'm doing the outline in black, and then I'm going to do some reverse stamping. So I'm going to kind of fill in the middle part of the eye with the blue, and then kind of like the veins in the back with the red, so you know, kind of looks like a creepy eyeball. So I'm just using my nail art brush and just kind of lightly kind of like tapping and dabbing that onto the areas where I want it to go. You do kind of want to be a little bit careful with that, because if you kind of run your brush over the outline of the stamp, it could pick up those lines. So you just kind of want to kind of just gently dab or tap the color in, so that you're not removing any of that outline at all. And then we'll move on to the other fingers with some more stamping as well. Okay, and I forgot to show you the plate number on this one. If you want to know which one this is, let me know, and I can put that in the description box for you. But it is one of their geometric plates, so they do have an option where you can look for the plates by theme, and that one is under the geometric. So I'm just using a couple of the circles. I kind of figured it would be a little bit easier for me to stamp the circles than to try to draw circles. So that was my thought process. So I'm just doing the blue for is it the iris of your eye? I think. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the description box. And then the black for the pupil in the center of the eye. And then I'm going to also, because I kind of want it to look not necessarily realistic, but give it a little bit of dimension, I'm also going to put kind of a little teeny tiny little white dot kind of towards the upper right side of the pupil to kind of give it like the look of having a light reflection, if that makes sense. So you can't really see it because it's very tiny, but hopefully in the pictures you'll be able to see it a little bit better. But you just kind of like gives it that look of having kind of a reflection. And then no Halloween eye is complete without being bloodshot, right? So I'm going to add those little bloodshot veins kind of around the center eyeball there in all of the white area. So I'm just I'm going to kind of draw them from the outward going in towards the iris and the pupil. So I'll let you watch for now, and we'll get into a little gem placement and then top coat and some final thoughts, I guess. Alright, so the gem that I'm going to be using, it actually is a little gem skull. Before I place that, though, that's going to be on my index finger. I'm going to top coat the rest of my nails and cure that with my gel top coat. I just kind of wanted to do that before I go in with the gem placement, just to kind of make sure the other nails are all kind of protected and I don't accidentally like bump or scratch off any of the nail art that I've already completed. So just kind of, trying to protect all of that nail art and stamping from being removed at all, because that can be a klutz sometimes, and accidentally bang my hand into something without knowing, and then I'll go back and look at it later and it's all messed up. So I'm going to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds, and then we will do the gem placement on my index. So I am using, this is like a gel glue, so it's a little bit thicker than like your gel base coat, so it kind of stays in place a little bit better, so you have time to place your gem and they're not going to go kind of sliding all around on you. So I did get this from Boo Boo Glitter and Glory, so her website will be in the description box below for you as well, and that's where the brush came from as well. So I'm just doing a little bit of a dab right in the center of my nail to kind of hold that little skull in place, and I'm going to put that as best as I can in the center of my nail with my tweezers. So you'll see I have to kind of play around with it a little bit to kind of get it centered as good as I can. And I'm sorry, I don't know where the little skull gemstones came from. I actually received those as a gift from another YouTuber. So I don't know exactly where they were purchased from, or where, like, what company they came from. So I apologize for that. But I'm sure probably Amazon. I know the person that I got them from gets a lot of nail art from Charlie's Nail Art, so it's possible they could have come from there. So I'm not sure on that, but they are really cute for a skull, and they're kind of iridescent too, so you get like a whole little color, like iridescent color shift from it. And then once I'm happy with where it's placed, I'm just going to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. And then I'm going to kind of, as good as I can, top the rest of that nail with top coat. I'm not really going over the whole gemstone. I'm just trying to kind of go around it to kind of protect the rest of the nail. And then I'll cure that as well. Alright, so now that everything is all top coated and protected with the gel top coat, I am going in and just cleaning up all of the stamping polish from my skin with a little bit of acetone. So of course, if you're using your Maniology top coat or dip top coat, you're probably not going to want to do that with acetone. You can get away with doing that with the gel, because the gel is not going to just easily be removed with the acetone. And of course, no body parts are complete without a little bit of blood, so I've got my vampire blood from Candi Skin Care. I did show these in my last video as well. I apologize, they were a limited edition, so she had limited stock that she created just for Halloween, and kind of once they sold out, they're gone and not going to be restocked. So I apologize if you go to the website to look for those. They are no longer available. I don't know if anybody is possibly selling or trading on any of the buy-sell trade groups at all on Facebook, but sorry about that. But she comes out with new creations all the time. You can always check out some of the custom, she has a custom scent bar on her website, so you can check out all the different creations on her Facebook group that she can make as well. So she has a lot of really good scents for the cuticle oil. So now, of course, I did say that these also glow, both of the dip colors glow. So I'm just going to shut off my lights and look at that color, that glow. I absolutely love, I'm just pointing out that eyeball nail. I love that one. That's my favorite nail in this set. I just think it came out so cool looking. I'm especially glowing. Oh my god, I love the way it looks. But let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, bye for now.